In today's video, we will be explaining all Muzan's forms in Demon Slayer. We will start with his weakest human form, but in the later parts of the video, we will be covering his most powerful Demon Lord forms. It's weird to think that the main antagonist of the series and the Demon King himself, Muzan Kibutsuji, was actually a human once. Muzan was born as a human baby during the Heian era, in the early 900s. It was stated in the manga that in his mother's womb, his heart has stopped several times. When he was born, his heart was not beating and he had no pulse at all. It was decided that he would be cremated, but that's when Muzan cried for the first time, showing signs of life. Growing up, the doctors told him about his rare condition and that he probably wouldn't live past his 20s. Not giving up on him, the doctor treating Muzan gave him a special prototype medicine that was never used before. Due to the medicine effect, Muzan's condition suddenly got worse, and in a rage, he killed the doctor that was treating him. Suddenly, he realized that the medicine started working and that it helped him get a healthier and stronger body, but at the cost of becoming the first ever demon with an urge to eat humans. With that one out of the way, we can start covering much more interesting forms. Demon form. When he first became a demon, Muzan was faced with many different challenges. Apart from needing to eat humans to stay alive, which he wasn't bothered by, he discovered that he was unable to walk in the sunlight, as doing so burned him severely. Muzan saw this as a serious problem, and regretted killing the doctor that was treating him before he could finish his treatment on Muzan. He remembered that the doctor was using the rare blue spider lily flower as medicine and decided to find the flower himself. He then went on to search the entire country for the flower, but couldn't find it. Deeply troubled by the fact that he couldn't find the flower, he started to create more demons and planned to spread them in the world, hoping that someday one of them would eventually find a way to overcome the sun. He discovered that by giving humans a small amount of his blood, he could make them into demons. Muzan can also further empower a demon by giving him more of his blood, enhancing their pre-existing abilities. However, this is limited to how much blood the recipient can withstand and adapt to. If a human were to take in too much blood from Muzan, their body would mutate faster than they can withstand, causing them to self-destruct into one giant mass of flesh before disintegrating into ash. He created many strong demons over the years, like Kogushibu, Kaza, Hantengu, and gave them titles of upper moons as part of the 12 Kizuki. Being the first demon in existence, he is by far the strongest demon in the world and has developed many different abilities over the years. One of the things that makes him the king of demons is his demon curse ability. He possesses the ability to put a curse onto demons that have assimilated his blood. If any demon he created even utters his name out loud, the curse activates and destroys them, regardless of their original intent. This was seen with Susumaru, who had accidentally said his name despite having no malice or ill intent towards him, and was still destroyed by the curse, implying that the curse is automatic. However, the curse can also be intentionally triggered by Muzan. This was seen when he killed Nakame, who was manipulated by Yushiro. Because of this, many demons serve Muzan out of fear and respect, simply referring to him as that man when necessary to speak of him. However, it has been proven that if Muzan is weakened or someone has sufficient willpower, demons can break free from the curse, which has been seen with Tamayo and Nezuko. He also has the ability to read the thoughts of those that he has shared his blood with by simply looking at them. It was later displayed that he could also send telepathic messages and have full conversations with other demons as well, as seen when he was communicating with upper rank 1, Kokushibo, to check how many Hashira he had defeated and to order him to keep them at bay until he finished recovering from Tamayo's poison. Muzan has also stated he can sense the locations of all demons he created. However, the further away they are from him, the harder it will be for him to interact and track them. Muzan is also able to see through the senses of other demons. However, this ability is limited strictly to what is in their perception, so if a demon's senses are fooled, Muzan is unable to discern the difference as well. Having lived for over a millennia, Muzan is extremely clever and erudite. Since he has 5 fully functioning brains, it most likely boosts his intelligence and other mental capabilities, such as memory and cognitive processing. He was also able to evade the Demon Slayer Corps for nearly 1,000 years, despite the leaders of the Corps, the Ubuyashiki family, possessing great foresight and intuition, and has also used demons to create distractions somewhere far away when he wants to hide something from the Corps. As far as his pure strength goes, as the Demon King, he is immeasurably strong. This was shown when he killed a grown man with a single punch to the face, causing him to fly back as well as hitting a building and causing cracks in it. He was also able to kill all lower moon demons in his weakened woman form with ease. Although he is already insanely powerful, his true strength is unleashed when he enters his combat form, which we will cover very soon. Muscular form. The next one on the list is the form that we got to see during a few scenes only. During the Swordsmith Village arc, Muzan sends 2 of his upper-rank demons, Kyoko and Hantengu, to the village so they could kill Tanjiro and other demon slayers. As the battle ends, Nezuko almost disintegrates in the sunlight, but then suddenly becomes a demon immune to the sun. something that Muzan had tried to find for over a millennia. After telepathically gaining this information from Hatengu, Muzan gets so excited that he instantly kills his foster mother while calling Nezuko the Chosen Demon as he enters his abnormal muscular form. He also enters this form when Kagaya blows up his mansion and Tamayo injects him with poison. Even though it is not officially stated anywhere, we believe that Muzan can enter this form when he gets very excited or very angry. We also believe that his power doesn't increase in this form, it's only a physical change. Combat form. Muzan's combat form is where the true king of the demons awakens. When fighting, Muzan can adopt a more monstrous form, with a dark red mask covering his limbs, featuring sharp-toothed wide mouths with his torso exposed. His hair becomes longer and white. His speed, strength, reflexes, and power are greatly magnified in this form to the point that, despite having lost a great amount of stamina and endurance in fending off Tamayo's human-transforming drug, he was still fully capable of easily outmaneuvering several low-rank demon slayers and consuming scores of them within minutes of emerging from his cocoon. What makes his combat form so different from his normal demon form is his body being able to shapeshift. He can stretch his arms and grow several sharp blades in his extended forearms, and shapeshift his hands into several bladed protrusions, which he could then swing like whips to easily tear his opponents to pieces. The sheer swinging speed of his attacks is extremely fast, and the precision of his attacks is also extremely accurate. Even 3 Hashira working together couldn't get close to him. Later, upon being further enraged, Muzan grows 9 spine-like protrusions from his back that extend into bladed, whip-like tentacles. With them, Muzan is able to drastically increase his attack range and number of attacks in tandem with his whip arms, allowing him to easily mow down hordes of demon slayers and corner 4 Hashira. Furthermore, it's incredibly difficult to read the trajectory of each whip, making it nearly impossible to counter. Muzan is also tremendously fast in his combat form, possessing movement speed and reflexes that surpass all the upper ranks of the 12 Kizuki combined. He was so fast that Tanjiro and Mitsuri couldn't even see them, and could only rely on pure luck and instinct to evade his attacks. He was also able to keep up with almost a dozen Hashira and Ashira level demon slayers for an extended period of time all at once while having his power sapped due to Tamayo's drug. He was near impossible to beat in his combat form, even with all Hashira powers combined. If it weren't for Tamayo's anti-Muzan drug, the entire Demon Slayer Corps would be wiped out in a matter of minutes. In his final struggle for survival, Muzan was able to transfer the remainder of his blood along with his memories into a suitable body, turning his new host into a demon and exerting his influence. He successfully did this with Tanjiro when he was on the verge of death, restoring his damaged body and causing him to rampage against his comrades. Furthermore, this technique is compatible with the host's own abilities, making it so Tanjiro can not only use demon abilities, but also his own, as he gains immunity to sunlight and potentially the use of the sun breathing. This transfer, however, is not perfect, as Tanjiro was reduced to a feral state, only attacking based on Muzan's desire to kill the demon slayers. Baby form. Muzan possesses the most powerful and advanced shape-shifting abilities out of all demons in existence. Not only can Muzan change his appearance effortlessly, but he can also change his aura and presence, which can even fool the enhanced senses of lower-ranked demons. As the long battle between Muzan and the entire Demon Slayer Corps was near end, the sun was about to come out at any minute. As the last ditch to survive, Muzan turned himself into a giant demon-like baby, trying to run away in this form. He could crush vehicles and could only be held down by the combined efforts of Guillaume, the Hashira with the greatest physical strength, and dozens of other demon slayers. Although this form is shown very briefly and there isn't much information about it, we thought it's worth mentioning. Check out this video where we explained all of Nezuko's forms in Demon Slayer.